Okay, hello everyone and welcome this evening. Hi, I'm Kelly Robertson. I'm going to be your host. I get to interview these lovely ladies. This is Kaylin Robertson and Sarah Reynolds. And welcome you all. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you tonight. I know that you are both Kaylin, you've been in this business now for 2 years, and Sarah, you've been in this business now for 1 month. I've been in this business for 6 years. So I love just how we kind of have that, going for us, and the opportunity just to hear from you, Sarah, as you're getting started, and Kaylin, as you've, reaped some benefits of doing Rodan and Fields business over the past 2 years. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Kaylin, I want to start with you. You joined this business 2 years ago. I remember seeing, a post that you had put out there that you were ready to retire, so to speak, early from your job in social work so that you could stay home with your daughter. And be more full-time mom and be more present with her. You're now 27 years old, right? And so you were able to do that 2 years ago, which I think is remarkable. Tell me a little bit about what hesitations maybe you had before joining. What were some of the things that kind of scared you about saying yes to a business opportunity like this?
Yeah. I think that we all have hesitations about anything that we do. I mean, we wake up with hesitations, right? So, unfortunate. But I think that for me, the biggest hesitations that I had was what would other people think of me if I started a business, on a network marketing business. And then also the investment was a little different than now. And so the investment was a lot more money, and because it's just different. And so I think that was a huge hesitation of, well, I'm going to put in all of this money and I've not even tried the products to begin with. So what happens if I can't share them if they're not working for me? So that was my two biggest hesitations that I had.
Okay, great. Well, I'll come back to you in just a minute. Sarah, I want to jump to you for a minute. You've joined this business in January, which welcome to this, welcome to the team, welcome to this business. Tell me, what were some things that kind of, did you have any hesitancy when you joined? And what's been something that's really surprised you the most? And even just this past month of business, I know that you were a former teacher, and now you're doing nutrition and personal training. So tell me, what are some things that have surprised you since joining? Did you have any hesitations in the beginning?
Yeah, I think I was thinking about being a rep for a good few months before I actually did join. So I had a lot of, I was very skeptical. I had a lot of hesitancies. And I think my biggest hesitancy was just about how much time would this take? How much would I have to invest in this? Like, if I want to see it grow, or if I want to see people's skin change through these products, how much would I have to put into this in order to see the results or the desired effects? And so that was definitely a big hesitancy that I had, like right off of the bat.
Mm-hmm. So you joined, and I think what's really amazing about your story, so we have this fast start bonus program that our company has released, which is an awesome way to earn bonuses on top of commissions. And you can get paid out like even in the first 12 days of joining. And you were able to achieve that first milestone reward, which congratulations. Tell me, what surprised you most? Like, how did you do that? Did you just start sharing kind of you joined because you wanted to try the products? Did you just start sharing with those around you? How were you able to do that?
Yeah. I think off the bat, if we find something that works and it's changing something about us or our appearance or our face, we want to talk about it. And as I had first tried Lash Boost and it was really growing my lashes, people were noticing, my family was noticing. And so one thing that had just surprised me is that I realized what people were listening. When I joined as a rep, I realized what people were actually listening when I was talking about the product when I wasn't even a rep. And so what surprised me are the people who were already interested without me really having to do anything, just from me talking about it. And so I started to just kind of reach out to the people I remember who maybe gave me a compliment, or even family who were like, oh, those products are awesome, or they've thought about it, but had just never been pursued before about actually trying the products. And so, yeah, we love to talk about things that work and things that bring change. And so just seeing how easy it was to you talk about something you love, and people listen. And so that piqued a lot of interest.
Right. So you were seeing results, you had great lashes, people just started asking. And it's kind of amazing, right? I mean, we all need skincare. We all at the end of the day need to wash our face. These are quality, clinical grade. These are clinical products created by doctors. Rodan and Fields is clinical skincare. It's been through testing. And what makes us so unique is we have the right ingredients, and they're put in the right formulas and in the right steps for your skin. So you don't have to go out to the dermatologist. You don't have to spend the money of going to the dermatologist and then paying for prescriptions. And then there's no return option on that. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. With our company, and even the business opportunity, the products and the business, we have a 60-day empty bottle money back guarantee, which means if your products aren't quite doing what you wanted them to do, you can send them back for a full refund. And the same with this business, which is amazing. If you think about investing in something like a brick and mortar, or a boutique store, or even online where you have to invest in inventory, you're able right now for a limited time. Now, this is the end of February, but for a limited time, you can join this business for $45. It's $30 off. When I joined, I invested just under $1,000 to join this business. So to join and get samples, when you first join, you get samples like this, you get 25 sample cards. I call them conversation starters, so that just like you, Sarah, you're able to share with your friends, with your family, and you're able to say, hey, I would really love your honest feedback. Would you just be willing to try these products, put them on your skin, tell me what you think? And more times than not, you're going to find that people absolutely love it. So I think that's awesome. You had results. And I think that that's part of the beauty of this business. It's an as you go, you're working it into your life. You're sharing with people about things that work. And we do that anyway in life, right? Like we talk about, hey, I have a great recipe, or hey, I found a great deal. I mean, my sister and I talk all the time. She's like, I found, check Wayfair for the cutest like console or bookcase thing that you're looking for. So we always share about the things that we love. And in particular, these are products that work. So Kaylin, I want to jump back to you now. I want to know from you, Kaylin, as you were able to, you were working full time. I know you were busy in your social work career. You were traveling and you had a baby. And soon after you came home, you realized this traveling and going is not going to be the life for me. And so you were seeking out opportunities for a little extra income, and you found RF, and it really started with a need for products, right? You were kind of having some eczema, and tell me kind of what your need was, and then what have you found since joining? How have you been able to fit this business into your schedule with your toddler at home and all of that? How do you work this?
Yeah. So, I mean, you're spot on about, I did have a need because I had eczema really bad, and Soothe helped that, our Soothe regimen. And I reached out to you, actually, Kelly. Kelly's my aunt, in case the last name didn't bring any awareness to that.
Giveaway.
Giveaway, yeah. But I reached out to Kelly and I was like, Kelly, I really need help with my eczema. She had already talked to me about the business a while before, like 2 years before I had even reached out to her about these products. And she, in the midst of that, it was just she had saw the post of, I'm going to start cleaning houses so I don't have to go home. And she was like, hey, actually, can we talk about this business opportunity? And Going from 2 incomes to just one with a baby, that's a lot. And so we decided to take Kelly up on that. And in the beginning, I worked it while holding my baby. She was 4 months old and she loved to take naps while me holding her. And so that's whenever I would work my business, and in between houses and stuff like that, I thankfully was able to match my income of cleaning houses so I could drop that. Who wants to clean other people's toilets? Not me, I'm sorry. But anyway, so I dropped that, and then so now I have about 2 to 3 hours of being able to work every day for during Nora's nap. And I know exactly what I need to get done between those 2 to 3 hours. That's my business hours. That's my office hours. And so that's how I get it worked in. And then obviously, like I'm working right now, and my husband is helping putting Nora down. So it's just so flexible, and it's exactly what I needed. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can tell you that's one of the things I've loved the most also about doing this is the freedom and the flexibility. And for some of you, you may join and say, you know what, this little bit, I mean, I guess the question would be, what could an extra, let's say $300 to $500 a month do for you? I mean, that could pay for a car. That could be an investment opportunity for your future. I mean, if you're in your 20s, then now's the time to begin investing in your future and kind of looking at savings opportunities. You could take a little bit of that income and spend it on, I call it the shameless shoe fund, or to get yourself the new cute purse that's trending, or you can invest it and save it, or you could save it towards something that could really treat your family, like a vacation. And I absolutely have loved one of the things I prioritize in this business is the ability to be on the go with my family and to travel each month. And I love that if you have a smartphone and some Wi-Fi connection, you can do this business really from anywhere and you can fit it into your busy schedule. So I love that you've been able to do that, Kaylin. And it's definitely one of the benefits. And so I want to just close us with this. Kaylin, one more question, and then I want to close with a final question. So what's been something, because I've loved watching your journey over the past 2 years, and Sarah, I can't wait to see your journey over the next couple of years. This business can be anything from a few $100s a month to much, much more than that. It is what you put into it. Okay. It's not hard. It's a simple system for success. Your sponsor will help you get set up. Our website has all the tools you need. Our company provides all the tools you need to be successful in this. And we know that people are looking for good skincare, right? But what's been something that's really surprised you the most, Kaylin, since joining this business, and how it's really helped you in so many other areas of your life, as I've heard you say?
Yeah. Well, my biggest surprise is that I signed up for products and to make a few extra bucks, and I got lifelong friendship in the community, and I got sisters to walk alongside of, and I got mentors to guide me ahead. And so I'm super grateful for that. That's been my biggest surprise. I wasn't walking in looking for community. That was just to find that, just have friends on a team that is like-minded and that is to serve other people. And so that's been my biggest surprise.
Yeah. And I love, how I've heard you say that even this has helped you really hone in on business skills and develop. You're in your 20s. And so you're still, we're all in a process of growth, but that this, just being able to work on certain little things and reaching out, learning how to communicate with people and working on graphics and the fun things like that have really helped you. And you've been able to even take those skills into other areas or other ways that you've been able to kind of serve in your community. So I love that. And so I that's one of the things I love most too. It kind of helps you have your hand at home as a stay-home mom, but then you are able to keep growing, developing as a businesswoman and as the owner of your own business.
Sure.
Okay, I want to come back to you, Sarah, and then I've got a question for you both. And Sarah, maybe you can kind of connect these two. has there been anything since you joined the past month that has surprised you? Maybe it's those first few orders that you weren't expecting that kind of came out of nowhere. And what would you say to someone today that may be wondering, is RNF right for them? Should they do this? Should they jump in? Why would you encourage them? Now's the time, just go ahead and do it.
Yeah. I think I have an answer for both those questions, and the answer is the same, honestly. I think one thing I was realizing today is that I went really hard yesterday, and I put in a lot of time in reaching out and trying to get some orders made and trying to reach some of the fast start like bonus reward before the end of the month. And so I went really hard yesterday. And when today came, I just thought, man, I don't really want to do that much today with Rodan and Fields. And what I realized was that's okay, that I didn't have to, because it's my own business and that I am building and investing in. And so I can make it my own. And so if I didn't have the energy or just the mental capacity for it today, that was fine, because it was my choice. I don't have this pressure to make sure that I meet these certain quotas.
You don't have the boss hanging over you saying, hey, you're under a deadline.
Yes. And that just lifted a weight off of my shoulders, because I can be pressured sometimes or feel like the anxiousness from pressure of like, I got to do it. And I realized no one's telling me that I need to make sure to get to this like certain goal. It's up to me, and I can decide if I'm going to take a rest day from this. And so that kind of goes in with my hesitancy was how much time do I need to put into it? And what I would tell also somebody who's thinking about joining or even just slightly interested, that like you can really make it your own. So if you want to take a day and not have to really think about it, or just send a few messages and then put it away for the day, you can, because it is up to you. And it just brings a lot of freedom. And I think what surprised me is just some of the profit that I have made it within just 1 month of joining. And that profit is now going towards me being able to go on a girls' trip and to be able to go see somebody that I haven't seen in over a year.
Oh, I love that.
And I probably wouldn't have been able to do that if, I wasn't making a little extra profit with this. And so that has been a blessing. And I think my husband and I are planning to be able to use it as like a travel fund, or looking at a new car and thinking, well, if we have this little extra income, I think we'll be able to get more of a car that we really want instead of just settle for something
a few more upgrades, right?
Yeah.
Like you could, I love that.
Yeah, all having great skincare and great looking skin at the same time.
Hey, and one of the beautiful things is, you can write your products off. It's a tax deduction. So the products that you're using that you need anyway, that you would be paying money for. Now, if you went to the dermatologist, you'd be paying a lot. We have reasonably priced clinical grade products that you now are able to use as a tax deduction, because it's a business for you. And these are things that you're washing your face with, whether you would go to the drugstore or not. This is the #1 skincare brand in all of North America. So I love that you can use that. And then you can take that, what you call a little extra money, and put that towards a few car upgrades, or put that towards maybe doing some things in your home that you've been wanting to do, as you're setting up your home. I know what it's like in your 20s. And even now I look around my house and go, oh, I want to work on this. I want to work on this. All those things cost money and time. So it's always good. I don't care what kind of job you have out there, to have a diversified income and to have a business, a side business. And what better way when you're using products that you already love and are working for you anyway. So, okay. Well, thank you all so much, Kaylin and Sarah, for being on tonight. I really enjoyed hearing from you both. And I really look forward to seeing what your journey ahead looks like. And Kaylin, I've seen yours over the past few years. It's been a joy to watch you. This business is fun. I want to end with that. It's fun. Sometimes it's hard to step out and take a risk and do some things that are uncertain, but the uncertainty is where there's growth in our life. And when we kind of step out and we go, okay, I want to do something I don't quite know, like none of us know what that's like when we step out and do it. But when we do take that little bit of a risk, and it's not a high risk, it's a $45 investment. So that's not a high risk, right? And you're getting, once you join for $45, you get the 25 samples, what I call conversation starters that you can share. And then you get a VIP pass, a code to start your own product box, all the products that you want at 30% off, which is amazing. So it's a great time to join. Now's the time. Get ready. For teachers that may be out there, this is a great opportunity to look at for the summer when you're off. For any of you out there, any career field, whether you be stay-at-home mom or working professionally, it's always good to diversify. And we're here to help you. So be sure and reach out to whomever it is that shared this with you. Ask those questions. Tell us what you love most about this. And we look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you all. Have a good night.